Picture this: a black man in a tailored cashmere sweater and designer shoes walks into one of America's most exclusive hotels, and within minutes, security is dragging him toward the exit while wealthy guests laugh and record on their phones. His name is Marcus Wellington, and he's worth $3.2 billion. But right now, nobody in this marble lobby sees anything except the color of his skin. Marcus built his fortune from nothing, coding software in his mother's basement, until he created an empire that changed how the world does business. Today, he flew across the country for one reason: to buy this hotel chain for $2.7 billion. But first, he wanted to see how they treated their guests when nobody important was watching. The moment he approaches the front desk, the clerk's smile vanishes. She asks for his ID twice, then 3 times, her voice growing louder with each request. Other guests, all white, breeze through check-in without a single question. The manager arrives, looking Marcus up and down like he's something dirty on an expensive carpet. "Sir, perhaps you'd be more comfortable at the Holiday Inn down the street," he says, loud enough for everyone to hear. Marcus stays calm, showing his confirmation email, his platinum credit card that has no limit. The card processes instantly, but the manager claims it's fraud. He snaps his fingers and security materializes from nowhere. Guests whisper and stare. One man in a golf polo actually laughs out loud and says, "Look at this guy trying to play dress-up." The manager grins. Marcus asks to speak with the owner, Harold Whitmore. "Mr. Whitmore doesn't meet with people off the street," the manager sneers. 2 security guards grab Marcus by his arms, their hands gripped tight enough to bruise. The lobby erupts, with phone cameras flashing, and Marcus makes a decision that will cost this hotel everything. The security guards are marching Marcus toward the glass doors when a woman in a business suit rushes through the entrance calling his name. She's white, blonde, carrying a leather briefcase, and the entire lobby atmosphere shifts like someone flipped a switch. The same desk clerk who interrogated Marcus for 20 minutes instantly smiles at her, asking sweetly if she needs any assistance. "I'm here for the 2:30 meeting with Marcus Wellington," she says, and you could hear a pin drop in that massive lobby. The guard's hands fall away from Marcus's arms. The manager's face goes from smug to confused to absolutely gray. Marcus straightens his sweater where they wrinkled it and speaks for the first time since they grabbed him, his voice quiet but sharp as broken glass. "I'm Marcus Wellington. This is my attorney, and my acquisition team should be arriving any moment. I was scheduled to meet with Harold Whitmore to finalize my purchase of your hotel chain for $2.7 billion, but I came early to see something for myself." The manager actually stumbles backward. Staff members freeze mid-step. Harold Whitmore himself comes running from the executive elevator, his face already apologizing before his mouth catches up, offering everything: the presidential suite, complimentary stays, anything to make this right. Marcus is shaking his head, and everyone in that lobby knows what's coming. "In the past hour, I watched you treat 3 other guests of color with the same suspicion you showed me. I watched you assume. I watched you humiliate. And I watched that man laugh while your security put their hands on me like I was a criminal." He looks at each of them, the manager, the guards, the guests still holding up their phones. "This deal is dead, and by tomorrow morning, the whole world is going to know exactly why." Marcus walks out of that hotel with his head high, and within 3 hours the videos are everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, every news channel from CNN to BBC is showing that footage of security guards gripping a billionaire's arms while guests laugh in the background. The hashtag Grandview disgrace hits #1 worldwide before the sun sets. By morning, the hotel's phones are ringing off the hook, but nobody's making reservations. They're all canceling them. Corporate events worth millions pull out overnight. Wedding parties rebook elsewhere. The company's stock plummets $400 million in 5 days. Luxury travel associations strip away their 5-star ratings like peeling old paint off a wall. Protesters gather outside every Grandview hotel in America, not angry or violent, just standing there with signs that read "Dignity Matters" and "We see you." The manager gets fired, 3 other employees get fired, but the damage is already done because you can't fire your way out of racism caught on camera. Marcus doesn't just walk away, though. He takes that $2.7 billion and buys their biggest competitor instead, then partners with civil rights organizations to create mandatory bias training for the entire hospitality industry. Within a year, Grandview Palace closes 15 locations and files for bankruptcy. But here's what matters most. Marcus speaks at a conference 6 months later and says something that makes the whole room go silent. They looked at me and saw a threat instead of a human being, and it cost them everything. But this happens every single day to people who aren't billionaires, people who can't fight back, people whose humiliation doesn't make the news. He pauses, and his next words hit like thunder. I didn't want their apology. I wanted their consequences. Because sometimes the only way prejudice learns is when it finally has to pay.